I'm going to preview the Baylor versus James Madison women's volleyball match, which will be played in Lexington, Kentucky. It's because Baylor's been sent to Kentucky, and Kentucky's the 2 seed, so they get to host. And by the way, James Madison is the 7 seed. So yeah, that's not going to be necessarily an easy matchup potentially, but you never know because upsets do happen. And James Madison for the year is 20-8, 12-4 in the conference, and they won the Sun Belt Championship, obviously, just to get in. It will be on ESPN Plus at 3:30 p.m. Central Time on November 30th. So that's just an FYI on both of those pieces of information. Of course, Baylor is 16-12 overall, 10-8 in the Big 12. So, and I will say this up front: I don't know about Kendall Stowers if she's going to even play. Period, because she's been day to day for a while and with the head injury and all that. So yeah. So what are some players to keep an eye on for James Madison? J- Jaden Clemmer, Jaydi. I mean not Di. I mean Dyn. Apologize if I butchered that. Number number one. It's mainly for the digs category, and I will put the stats and the roster for James Madison in the description below. She's a 5'7" defensive specialist slash libero that's a junior. 1 kill in 6 attempts, 80 assists, 31 aces, 19 service errors, 23 receiving errors, 469 digs. That's it. The next player to keep an eye on after that, really, I'm going to go right ahead and say Caroline Dozier, or Dozer, Dozier. Apologize if I butchered that. A 6 foot setter that's a 5th-year senior. 2 kills on 14 attempts with 2 attacking errors, 310 assists, 1 service error, 1 receiving error, 81 digs, 6 blocks. 1 of those is solo, 4 ball handling errors. So she's the second most in the assist category. Now, Julia McNeely, number 5, is the next player to keep an eye on. A 5'9" sophomore, so that's a defensive libero. Defensive specialist slash libero. 6 kills on 53 attempts with 7 attacking errors, 26 assists, 30 service aces, 51 service errors, 10 receiving errors, 251 digs, that 1 ball handling error. Hannah Roberts, number 8, is another player to keep an eye on, like a 6'1" setter. That is a senior. I'm only going to mention that because 58 sets, but I don't know how much she's going to really play. 4 kills on 8 attempts, 59 assists, 10 service aces, 9 service errors, 20 receiving error, 20 digs, 1 block, which was not assisted. That's it. Now, Elizabeth Helmick, number 9. 6'2" right side hitter, that's a senior. 195 kills on 509 attempts with 73 attacking errors, 10 assists, 2 service aces, 1 service error, 3 receiving errors, 89 digs, 63 blocks, 5 of those are solo, 5 blocking errors, 2 ball handling errors. Now, Miete Valdman, it's like M-E, like a symbol with the E underneath both those symbols. I don't know how to pronounce it. Double T-E. A 5'10" senior, outside hitter, that's a senior. 419 kills, which is the most on the team, on 1,142 attempts with 167 attacking errors, which is the most on the team. 19 assists, 27 service aces, 42 service errors, 33 receiving errors, 323 digs, 44 blocks, 17 of those a solo, 3 blocking errors, 3 ball handling errors. Now, Rebecca Watkins, number 12, is the next player to keep an eye on. A 6-foot setter that's a freshman. And she leads the team in assists, by the way. Like, she has 77 kills on 176 attempts with 16 attacking errors, 828 assists. 41 service aces, 26 service errors, 1 receiving error, 128 digs, 57 blocks, none of those are solo, 22 blocking errors, 8 ball handling errors. Okay, from there, it's Sophie Davis, number 15. A 6'2" middle blocker, that's a 50-year senior. 350 kills on 761 attempts with 80 attacking errors. 10 assists, 22 service aces, 19 service errors, 66 digs, 138 blocks. Whoa. 43 of those are solo. 9 blocking errors, 3 ball handling errors. Brenda Reed, number 16. A 5'10" outside hitter, that's a sophomore. 238 kills on 868 attempts with 114 attacking errors, 4 assists, 12 receiving errors, 44 digs, 30 blocks, 9 of those are solo, 7 blocking errors, 1 ball handling error. I'm also going to mention like Madeline O'Toole, number 17. 5'8" defensive specialist / libero, that's a junior. 1 kill in 4 attempts, 29 assists, but 42 service aces, 50 service errors. That's a lot. 16 receiving errors, 251 digs. That's it. Now, the last player to keep an eye on is number 20, Alex Kowalsnik. Kwasnik. Apologize if I butchered that name. 6'3" middle blocker, that's a senior. 148 kills on 378 attempts with 51 attacking errors, 5 assists, 1 receiving error, 22 digs, 80 blocks, 14 others solo, 13 blocking errors, 2 receiving error. 2 ball handling errors. He got, obviously, like I said before, I'm not sure about Kendall Stowers if she's even going to play. Period. At this point. But you got to have other players step up in their individual roles, obviously. Across the board, you got to limit your errors. Of course, I don't mind the service errors as much as long as you get service aces with it. A good number of those. Serving the ball well really helps and disrupts the rhythm of the team. You got to get them out of system. And try to force some 2 touches. I don't know. I don't know about forcing them, but get them to do 2 touches or make their passing not as good. Period. That's the best way, and you got to pass the ball well to set up some kills. Of course, you got to make adjustments on the fly, not just set 1 to set 2. From set to set, but during the set as well. You got to not be out blocked if possible. You got to make them hit a lower percentage than you, and you got to do better in side outs than they do. You got to stay tough. You got to stay composed. Stay fiery and stay hungry. And if you have a lead, protect the lead. And even if you're down in the set, like you were against Houston last match, pretty bad start, but you picked it up and kept fighting. And won that set pretty close, 27-25 against Houston. So I'm just telling you that, just to validate. What else? You got to dig every ball as much as possible, and of course you don't want them to do it. And if there are long rallies, you got to try to win those as much as possible. I would also say don't try to have overpasses because then that way they could potentially take advantage of it. But if nothing else, you got to play solid defense. If they would do some overpasses, that would really help. I mean, that's the truth. Of course, like I said before, you got to limit your errors across the board. Any type of error. Attacking error. Like service errors, as long as you get some service aces with it, that's fine. You don't want to be out of rotation or having a blocking error. It's important to have variety on offense, so they can't be so predictable. And if you could just try to see their tendencies and try to stop those as much as possible, and try to get the blocks in if you can, instead of the ball it hits your hand and goes out, even though it goes on the other side. But I know it's not like we're trying not to. It's just, it is what it is. And guys, this is your first NCAA tournament for some of those, and I'm players that never played before, but I know they might be a little bit nervous. I would just try to play freely as possible and play like you did last match. Play with nothing to lose here. You made it to the NCAA tournament despite all the ups and downs of the team this year. I know we would prefer, and if you have a set, like a set, one set to none lead, or two sets to none lead, or two sets to one, put them away if you can, and try to finish them in like 3 sets to none or 3 sets to one. In 5th sets too, you gotta stay composed and make adjustments. And if you're set up to, obviously, if you're up in each set, try not to let them come back on you. That's the thing. And if you could do really well on side outs, that would really help. Not just when you're serving, but to limit the other team. I mean, that's the truth. You gotta have a good number of 8 assists, which that should be the case. It's a matter, we need to get the attacking errors down and not get blocked as much while blocking down at the same time. We don't want receiving errors too. It's the truth. Or, I mean, we don't want that, because then the play stops where it starts. I mean, that's the truth. So, anyways, if you like this content, like and subscribe, and see you guys later on the road to 600 subscribers. Of course, ultimate goal is 1,000 and more. So, make money out this. Of course, liking the video, commenting the video really helps the YouTube algorithm, so more people can see it. And sharing the video does help as well, so more people can watch. And if you're watching and not subscribed, hit the subscribe button. It's free. Hit the notification bell as well.